I mean, on microphone.
Yeah, we're on microphone. We've always been on microphone.
Yeah, we're on at least 2 microphones.
Actually,
So,
no, I've flown all the way out to Perth this time to record this episode. A very special episode, by the way. Hello, everybody.
Hello, yes, as we're apparently in the same place, although I can't see you anywhere, so you must be somewhere else in Perth.
I'm actually at the, they call it flats there, right? I'm at the flat below you. If you knock on the floor, you'll be able to...
We say apartments, flats is British. But you can say flats if you like. It's fine. It's all good.
When I think of flats, I think of tires, actually. So, hey...
I think flat tires, but not tires generally.
We're back in LA Noire. The last case, Reefer Madness.
Yeah, that wasn't very good.
It wasn't, and it's extremely disappointing given the name and the expectations that I had.
Yeah, I'm hoping the next one will be better. I think Reefer Madness was a standalone bad thing, which was a piece of paid DLC which they didn't do well enough, is my opinion. It's
I think it's the worst case that we've played, but I also think that it's not...
The lowest quality, at least.
Let me go back through mentally real quick. I'm not thinking of anything... Nothing's coming up.
Yeah, I reckon that's going to end up the low point of the game in terms of glitches, is my hope.
Yes, that certainly. But also in terms of, like, the investigation itself, I just...
yeah, it was just a string of gunfights strung together by, like...
Kind of
There's no
buggy...
no branching challenges.
Also some kind of infuriating interview questions where it seemed like there were different questions that we would be asking when we hit lie, but instead Phelps just went his own way because they weren't ready for you to talk about that yet.
Yeah, there just wasn't enough leeway in the storyline. Good art design, though.
It felt very much like a single package of everything I really don't like about LA Noire. So...
Well, that sucks.
Yep.
It's the other thing we could talk about from last session is the flashback, which was right at the end, and we didn't really have much time to mention it. But that flashback was interesting because it actually ties together for the first time a number of things which weren't explicitly related before. In it, we saw Phelps and Kelso on Okinawa meeting Courtney Sheldon, who we know, of course, is associated with Kelso and with the morphine.
Yes, and Sheldon was out there on a hill. I got the impression that he was like...
he was a medic.
He was a medic, but he was like... I couldn't tell what he was actually doing, but he was killing the men that were up on the hill because otherwise they would die much slower.
Yeah, he was a medic who risked his own life to mercy kill dying soldiers.
Which is interesting, given his post-war actions of... Is he the one supplying the morphine to people, or was that
so
like
it
his
seems
idea?
It seems like he represents a group of Marines or ex-Marines who got the morphine somehow. Perhaps it was their morphine. I presume it was supplied to them or whatever. And who made the terrible mistake of like selling it to drug dealers, basically, and getting into Mickey Cohen's biz, and now he wants out.
Right.
But given that we've found some morphine in the Finks warehouse, so they didn't successfully do it, it seems like.
Or, well, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it seemed like Kelso was helping them to kind of threaten the gangsters, helping the Marines threaten the gangsters into letting them get out of the business, but it doesn't seem like they were successful. Well, we'll see where it goes, and just how Cole is associated with all this. Except I don't think we'll see it today.
In the setup.
But this one is not about drugs, so we won't see any morphine today.
American Legion Boxing Stadium. Ooh. Wait, are we doing gambling? Gambling's part of Vice, too.
We're totally doing gambling.
But what I was going to say was that, like he was into pain mitigation in the war, but that's not actually his motive out of the war. I had assumed it was for a little bit, but if he's, like...
Well, he may have been tricked by Harlan Fontaine.
Very true.
That guy was super sleazy, or is, I guess.
Corned beef and egg salad, 12 cents. Bologna and ham and cheese.
Oh man, I would take a sandwich for 12 cents.
I would take a bologna and cheese sandwich for 10 cents. I mean, that's a buck,
fight,
right?
A plucky limey's about to take a beating from an up-and-coming Negro.
You sound pretty sure about the result.
I ought to be. I got $50 on the black kid.
Roy.
All right.
So this is not official then, he's just taking Phelps to a boxing match.
And Phelps is going along for some reason, I guess.
He's being seduced, in a sense, into Vice. Well, is he? Roy is certainly trying, but Cole might or might not really
I mean, Cole's
care.
still a schween, but, like,
He's a different problem. He has different problems. That's all I'll say at the moment.
Yeah.
I don't think he's likely to give in to Roy's particular form of corruption. Roy Boops. He's an optimistic man, Mr. Earl. Hell yeah. Ooh, that looks bloody. It's actually kind of boring.
Some fight there. Apparently also, we just attended in the third round, and that was, like 30 seconds before the end?
First dressing room. Let's find out what's going on.
Notice how Roy said he was certain the black guy was going to win?
Yeah. It's a thrown fight. There's a very interesting article that I will probably link in the description of this video from a guy who fixed fights in boxing for many years.
Carlo Arcaro, I'm his manager.
I'm his trainer.
Interesting attitude to have towards a victorious athlete. Victorious? We had an arrangement.
We had a goddamn arrangement!
That limey bastard was paid to take a nap. He reneged.
And you were out of pocket?
Damn right. Me and a couple hundred other people.
Stand aside.
I like that Cole isn't, like, mad about them all fixing a fight and actually just kicks down the door. None of them did that.
He's not saying he is mad about it.
He was
Not
paid to
yet.
flop. There was big money riding on this
So are we
fight.
here because you lost money, or because we're investigating a prize-fighting racket?
Very funny. Look around and see what you can find.
That's an interesting dismissal, isn't it?
We'll buy the pinboard, second from the end.
Okay.
So the goal here is to find Albert Hammond, who hasn't thrown the fight, and save his life, I guess, or arrest him possibly for costing Roy money.
18 to 1, 22 to 1, and 19 to 1.
Not the only one who likes a flutter, Roy.
Did we get... What's his name? The guy?
Albert Hammond?
Okay, so he's not one of the guys that has really good odds. That's athletic tape, but it's not interesting.
Yeah, no, that piece of paper doesn't mention him or his opponent. You can check the list of the case notebook thing for the names.
Okay, I will do that in just a moment. After I check this boxing
Boxing
glove.
glove.
Clearly not loaded.
Now, what you're looking... I mean, I'm not totally sure of what the goal is here, but it sounds to me like what you're looking for is the guy himself, right? Because he's just vanished.
Yeah. Also, we don't have the name of the other boxer.
He's the guy who lost, I guess.
Oh, hey, that's a newspaper.
Oh, okay, let's do another flashback.
Alienist Fontaine. Working selflessly to help the infirm.
Traumatized veterans, it mentions.
Forced to
Interesting.
participate in care program. Also, he promises to light the path for those lost in darkness. Also, it costs 5 cents for this newspaper.
If that was, like, true and he was helping people with PTSD, that would be nice.
Mm-hmm. It just isn't, though, so here we are.
No. Oh, this is interesting that Sheldon, despite everything he's in... Look at this. This implies Fontaine he's not behind the drugs.
He may have
Sheldon.
wanted money and...
professional confidence.
Whatever you say will never leave this
Oh
room.
shit.
I don't trust
He's
this man.
caught me about to make the mistake of admitting this to him.
I talked some of the guys in my old unit into doing something.
Doing something.
And it's gone wrong. I guess
Something.
I did it for the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
For short-term gain. We came home from China on the cool bridge.
I would like to hear his reasons, actually, then, because this...
Morphine robbery.
That was us. I thought I could get the guys a fair share.
So his reasons were to get money.
That they made in the war.
That's actually a good reason to steal some
Those
drugs,
guys
right?
deserve it, Doctor.
Oh, I'm sure they do, Courtney. But the deserving aren't always rewarded.
That's why we need full communism
Tell me
now.
about it, Doc.
Mm-hmm.
We shifted our stuff onto this mob-connected guy, and it's been turning up all over town.
I thought that hand gesture was actually like, shut the fuck
It
up,
wasn't
dude,
meant
cops
to
are
be
listening.
like this.
But it turns out that he
Was
stopped
rather naive.
immediately after that, so he was
I
just
know
like...
that now, Doctor.
Yeah,
But
also,
people are dying.
trying to sell
Might
drugs
I
to the
venture
mob,
a
I feel like
few
rarely
questions?
goes well.
Sure.
Yeah,
Your
yeah, it's a classic
underworld
move.
contacts have all
Bad
the
move.
morphine?
No, they don't. We doled it out, hoping we could control it.
So they've still got a
I'll
heaping
be
stash.
pressing for further allocation.
Yeah.
That's the polite way of putting it, Doctor.
He's going to take the rest
I'll
of
be
the
able to
morphine.
help you, Courtney.
Yes, he is. Oh,
It helps just to talk about it.
what a shithead.
I mean, I have a solution. that
He's
will
going to-
help you financially And
He's going to buy it off them?
conscience.
I'm all ears.
Well,
Doctor.
see who gets the money.
Transact to take all the narcotic
He's
off
going to
your
buy it
hands.
off of them.
You can rest assured that it will all be medically
Presumably for
administered.
bargain basement
I'll use
prices.
the funds that I no longer require for the purchase of medication and invest them in housing developments.
Housing?
The developments in question are housing projects for former servicemen.
Okay.
Your return will come from the sale of the property.
Oh, he's not going to pay them for the morphine. He's going to swindle them twice. They're going to give him the morphine, and he's going to invest in bad real estate.
Yeah, he said, he didn't say buy, he said transact.
Yes. Okay, I get it now. Also, I'm going to assume that he had something to do with the morphine business going poorly for them in the first place.
I think that, you know what I think about those newspapers? I don't think they're flashbacks. I think we've been tricked by the other flashbacks. I think these are live. I think that scene was set after our first Vice case.
Very possible. The
reason Mickey Cohen needs more drugs is because...
we busted his stash.
Yeah, the police had got the first bunch.
Okay, that makes sense.
Interesting.
Hang on.
But irrelevant right now, as we're not doing drugs today. Kid Galahad is the
Yes,
the
Kid
competitor,
Galahad is
isn't
a fantastic name. Stoker Thompson versus Tiger Nelson is about that I would pay
it?
to
Those are
see.
great.
Gunboat Johnson versus Tommy Joyce.
I want to see one of those matches. But
And 3 other bouts. Also, the guy that we were actually looking for is not on this poster, meaning that, like, there would have been heavy action on an undercard
the
fight.
top left, he's
Is
Albert Hammond. Yeah, Albert Hammond versus Kid Galahad.
Oh,
the
okay,
title.
then that must have been the guy. Okay, sorry. That face looks like
Yeah.
Jeff Gerstmann.
The other one, Calloway, it does look like Jeff Gerstmann.
The one that I'm standing, that's over the shoulder, over my right shoulder,
Yeah,
looks like Jeff Gerstmann.
it probably isn't, but only probably.
Dan Reichert of Game Informer at the time was in this game. I don't believe Jeff Gerstmann is. Probably because I think he had recently been fired from GameSpot when this game was coming out, which is...
Yeah, he was still a threat.
He still is a threat, even today. I think we've gotten everything that we can out of this place here.
Yeah, so the question is how to find Hammond, basically.
Hey, that's Mickey Cohen.
It is.
I guarantee that you will be fish food if you don't bring me... Roy, you out of pocket too?
Mickey?
Huh.
Seems that way.
Don't worry about it. My boys are out looking for him.
Well, you'd better call them off. This is a police matter now. If anything happens to Hammond, I'll testify that you made threats against him.
That seems like a good way to die, Cole.
He's a frisky one, isn't he?
Yeah, can you believe this guy look that he's
I know
doing
who
him?
he is, Roy. I met his brother-in-law.
With bullets to the head. I'm saying that I shot him. With a gun.
I'm
On
saying
official
your
police
brother is
business.
epic to me.
I think you had the mixture pretty scared back there.
Hey, can we get a sandwich, though? Like, before we go? What about, like...
Nice.
Is that, like...
They're meant to be cupcakes, but they're hexagonal cupcakes.
Those are hexagonal cupcakes. Also, they're fucking hideous.
I would blame the textures rather than the chef. Gumball machines.
Also poorly textured. Okay, so... Am I just noticing now that the textures in this game are really bad, and they were actually bad all along, or did...
It's a 2011 game.
Yeah.
The modeling and the animations are unusually good, such that they actually hold up well today, but the textures are 2011 textures, so...
The wall ones, like, most of the ones that I see look fine. It's like when I look up and close at, like, food and stuff, I'm just like, oh.
It's designed to be looked at on television in
That's
2011.
I need an address for the following phone number. AL345.
That's not a phone number.
The address
That's...
for the phone number is...
What? No, phone numbers have 7 digits. Whatever.
Not in 1948.
That's true. What's your phone number?
Next
Oh,
for your
2.
help.
You just dial 2 and you'll get me.
Yeah, there's like 100 people in this city with phones on the second one.
Quarter a night, no questions asked.
I do
Oh,
appreciate
okay,
that
so
Roy
Hammond-
knows all about, like, the shitty places in town.
Yeah, and all the, crime bosses and so on. Who also, like, know him by name and,
Yeah.
like, commiserating on his loss on their rigged fights.
You seem to have a pretty pretty cozy relationship with Cohen and Stompanato.
Stompanato is a great name for a fight.
Do I know the hint of
promoter.
reprimand in your tone, detective? Talking to gangsters comes with the turf. You should try out Mickey's place. He's got a haberdasher's up on Sunset.
I could use a new hat.
See if he can get you out of those old man's clothes that you slink around in.
How dare you, sir?
It's a front for his illegal activities.
It is that.
He knows
but he does
that.
carry some very sharp suits.
If it's okay with you, I'll stick with Brooks Brothers.
It's not okay with me. You have to give the mob money. You have to do it, Cole. Sorry, that's the wrong button.
I'm sure it helps the relationship. Also, Roy is wrong. Like, you deliberately picked a sharp vice suit, right?
Yeah, but now he talked shit about it, so I'm going to switch to a different one.
Okay.
Ha! What do you think about that? I just got naked in the driver's seat and switched to a different suit that I keep in the trunk. In
How
broad
sarcastic
nightlight.
do you think Roy Earl was being when he said, "Oh, you're totally scared"?
Extremely. Like 1,000%.
And yet, Cole was not joking, I think, about his threat.
No, but like
But we'll
threatening
see
a
how
mob
that
boss
goes.
with if you kill that guy, I'm gonna testify. Like he killed a
That's
guy.
a good way
the fuck
to-
do you think
to
he's
have
gonna do to
problems.
you?
Yeah, what do you want?
LAPD. We're making
do
inquiries
you
into the
want?
whereabouts of an Albert Hammond.
No one here by that name.
You sure?
Sure, I'm sure. This isn't the sort of place where people use their real names.
What you got?
Take a look at the register if you don't
I
believe
love this
it.
guy.
Mister, a man like you always loses a...
Anyone who like starts a routine interaction with, "Yeah, what do you want?" is my kind of person.
Okay, so look for Private Tom.
Orson Welles, Sadie
Orson
Love-
Welles, Ava Gardner, Shirley Temple,
Already-
Bob Hope, Marilyn Monroe. It's a little early for Marilyn Monroe, isn't it? Winston Churchill, Clark Gable, Harpo Marx.
Come on, you can tell me.
207, wasn't it? AL 207, which
Oh,
would make
yeah.
him Winston Churchill.
Winston Churchill.
Also, he hasn't.
Patriotic
Oh
English,
yeah.
staying
Also,
in
he's
room
English. Forgot about
207.
that. And he hasn't checked out yet.
Ah.
Thank you for remembering the
Winston
number because
Churchill.
I totally didn't.
Sadly can't get out from his shadow.
I think that is a political reference to Harold Attlee, who would have been the current Prime Minister of Great Britain at this time.
No, Churchill. He's calling Churchill.
No, Churchill was the Prime Minister until the end of the war.
Yeah, but
Attlee is, I
he
think,
used-
just been elected, and so Roy is making a joke there about Attlee being unable to get out of Churchill's shadow.
Ah, I see.
Because no one cared about Attlee.
That sure is some
Looks like Albert's
calculations.
been doing some homework. 11 grand would be a nice little.
Oh man, he
nest egg.
bet on himself.
Yeah.
I mean, if you think you can win, that's legitimate. It's
Actually, it's not legitimate. You can't do that.
no,
You may
it
actually be able to do it in boxing, but you can't do that in.
Yeah.
Like that was a thing that you could not do in
What's his angle if he has a real love interest?
baseball. You may remember a man by the name of Peter Rose.
Yeah, but this, I mean, the gambling culture around boxing, particularly in the 1940s, very, very different. I'm pretty sure betting on yourself is totally fine.
I actually
The
don't
only
know.
Home. You know, I hope he makes it.
Ira Hammond,
That crooked
Landon.
son of a bitch, no chance.
Also, Cole
wasn't crooked.
openly hoped that he makes it, but also there's no way, right?
I like how Roy calls him crooked for not upholding his crooked bargain.
Look, he's a man of principle, and his principles are
Yeah.
bad.
ah,
Gambling ticket?
Valentine's.
Nope. It's wait.
The stub of something.
Movie
The fighter has plenty of time on his hands.
I saw a movie at 12 p.m. The something.
If you had the other part of that ticket, it might be useful, but
Albert has
Chocolates.
somebody
Delicious.
special. I didn't see anyone in his corner at the fight.
Also, he sent a message home to his wife, right? Like that's who
no,
the.
wasn't that? That was his mother, I think. Was the tone of the message, the wording of it sounded like a mother to me.
Let's check it out.
Elvira,
Your boy done
your
good.
boy done good.
I
Yeah,
could go either way, I guess.
this is a Londoner saying your boy done good. Probably talking to his mum.
Well, if he was talking to his mother, he
mum-
would have said your boy done well.
Yeah, but he's not upper class. It's Insta-heat once again. Ah, Candy Edwards.
Candy has expensive taste. Albert
6116
has his
Fountain
work cut
Avenue.
out for him.
Who's Candy?
Candy Edwards, the lady who filled out this coupon.
Probably shouldn't have left that in your room.
All right, let's go after
Just
the
gonna
girl.
suggest
See if
that.
that gets us any closer.
Also, do
Yeah,
you think that Roy's just gonna like beat the shit out of the guy when he gets there, or try to at least?
I think his goal will be to recover his money. That's my guess. I don't know where it's going to go, but it's interesting that while... Yeah, it's interesting how clearly the two partners here kind of have different goals.
There's still a thing. I can still come back here.
I think he knows.
You can go back in
I
if
think he
you want.
worked out the place isn't
Yeah,
LA.
I'm gonna talk to the guy down at the front desk and see if he talks about like the guy having a visitor. See if we can get anything out of him.
Hmm.
See him?
Nope.
Saw his picture in the paper.
Can't X him?
Worked that case with the lady cut up
Hey, I want to X you a question.
Nope. This guy out here in front looked very not a pedestrian. I guess it's because he's a newsstand man, but he's not interested in telling me anything. Yeah, I am going to just like...
advertise themselves as having hot water here. That's a good deal.
It sure is the 1940s.
Help me out.
Don't need the...
All right.
Roy, that's not what I'm talking about right now. I wanted to talk to the phone, not you. But yeah, I am...
I think the...
the window. I didn't get a window.
Oh.
Or this.
It's still warm.
Yeah, he just left. Okay.
Ah.
And the open
well,
window.
hopefully he's gone to meet up with Candy Edwards.
Fantastic.
Window exit.
So probably those weren't actually clues that I needed to find, but
it's cool to find them.
yeah.
So you get
Also, I'm going
stars.
to check location and see if it has disappeared from my things. No, but I am still here, so whatever.
Well, find out when you leave.
Okay.
It would be nice to know, wouldn't it, whether the line through the location is consistent.
Yes. Especially now that I'm almost positive I found everything, right? Like I've gone... He left a code
You
here,
found
but I
more
can't-
things than you had before.
Yeah.
You found an additional number of things. Your thing found count has increased.
Okay. I think I've now walked every square inch of this room twice, so...
I've walked every inch of this beat. I know every box on the scene. Every drug lord. Actually, no, what am I talking about? Roy Earl, I'm sure, doesn't walk anywhere.
He only walks back into places that Cole Phelps makes him walk back into, because Cole's like, wait a minute, my magic notebook told me something.
He's got no problems, I think, with Cole's meticulous detectiving, though. Like, I think if anything, he might even admire that clue pickery.
It's just, he considers it to be misdirected, I think, would be the way that
or
he
to be
put it.
or to be something which is nice if someone else can do for him.
Well, Hotel El Mar is still on there, so...
Ah, man. Well, maybe we will be going back, or maybe it's just misleading.
Given the glitches of the last case, I also wouldn't put it past them to... I went out to my car, noticed that it wasn't lit, and then went back immediately.
The only prize for taking the fall was 1,000 push-ups.
Sorry, Pressford, what was 1,000 push-ups?
Roy asked if Cole ever boxed in the Marines, and made the joke that he would have never played dirty. And Cole said the only prize for taking a fall was 1,000 push-ups.
Ah, I see.
E.g. Obviously, the Marines were not particularly into, well, at least the Marines commanders.
Yeah, like I totally bet you
gambling.
could like throw fights in Marine boxing.
Yeah, I'm sure you totally could have internal gambling rings and so on. But Cole would not have participated in them if they did exist.
The excuse me, the argument that the Deadspin article made about the guy that fixed fights is that you had to do it because that's also how wrestling works. You need to have you need to have a name to lose.
For Candy Edwards.
Apartment 7. You take the outside stairs.
This lady's very
And turn a sport into entertainment. Like, obviously, it's been done.
Yeah.
But you shouldn't pretend one is the other.
Yeah. Sweezy type. I think his name is Carlo.
Carlo.
I didn't like the look
Carlo
of it, but Candy
Aguera?
has some funny friends.
Yeah.
Thanks.
This candy
Huh.
broad must be as sweet as she sounds.
I think that was the manager,
Did the manager get here first?
possibly.
Also, the apartments are outside, I think, not inside.
I'm out of here.
Yes, I've got
Is
a
it-
flash of remembrance. I need to go up these stairs, which I
Right.
kind of already figured out. But yeah, I remember
It's funny,
going up
it's-
these stairs.
Sounds like we're
It's interesting, isn't it, how this...
Get in there.
Oh, shit.
Well,
Like hitting women, do you?
We had a goddamn...
This isn't gonna end well for you, friend.
He's less good at grappling than his sorry, less good at boxing than his protege or managed person.
Yes.
I would love to inspect the unconscious body.
Out cold, but breathing.
Interesting, isn't it, how Cole, the Marines thing, to Cole, they're like this paragon of, well, he hasn't explicitly said it, but presumably we could assume that he thinks of the Marines as this like place where everyone is very straight and narrow, etc. But the actual behavior we've seen from ex-Marines in the game, apart from Kelso, has been like selling drugs. One of them became a cop. This one.
Yeah, he's the only
Sure.
one.
Seems to have the same friends as Hammond. What are the odds on them all being bookmakers?
Good question. Oh, okay. Sorry. The names from the odds that he got back in the locker, those weren't other fights that he was betting on. Those were odds on himself. Got it now. That took me too long to get.
No, it matches up with the financial calculations on his other note.
Actually, I'm gonna check real quick. Bookmakers odds. Names from Harry, Mervyn, and Ray. What do we have from the bookmakers?
You know what?
Wait a minute.
Bookmakers payouts, the same number of them.
The same numbers, but I want to know what's in the... I'm going to open up his jacket again and find out what the names of the guys with checkmarks were. Because there were 3 of them.
And that's how Carlo found him, through the bookmakers, because they must have had addresses or whatever.
Roy, Mervyn, and Harry? Or Ray, Mervyn, and Harry?
Yeah, those must have been the 3 he went to.
Sorry, I know I literally just looked at this. Ray, Mervyn, and Harry. Yep, Ray, Mervyn, and Harry.
I wonder if those guys are like now in the line of fire because those bookies must have known that Hammond was betting on himself, so they must have known the fight wasn't rigged, or if it was rigged in favor of Hammond.
Yeah. She's going to England, I assume.
Yeah, probably so, or was about to be. This is all very Pulp Fiction, isn't it?
There's not enough Bruce Willis for it to be Pulp Fiction.
No, it's not 100% Pulp Fiction.
Hey, it's the same ticket for the movie? No. Los Angeles to Akron? Okay.
One way.
Oh.
I guess there isn't a lot for Albert in Ohio.
Wait. Oh, yeah, okay.
Akron, Ohio.
Wait.
But that's...
Scania sails from New York.
Okay, so she is going to England. When it said single ticket...
She's got a ticket, no, but she's got a ticket to England and a ticket to Ohio, right? Like,
yeah.
Which is... maybe she hasn't made up her mind whether she's going with him.
I assume that you would you would get to Akron on your way to New York City to boat to England. But when it said one ticket,
maybe.
I was like, oh, there's no ticket for this guy. So
yeah.
she's just like leaving.
But I think that's a possibility. I think maybe she is considering or was considering.
Ever?
Well, ask her questions.
I find that pretty hard to believe.
Like, why is there an unconscious guy here? Oh,
I think she knows.
Sure.
Yeah, she must.
I'll shake it off.
Oh, I mean, this is a victim, not a criminal.
Yep.
But I know where Hammond is.
Albert Hammond. We have reason to believe he might be in danger. Do you know where he is?
No, I don't. I'm over Albert. I haven't seen him.
I think lie with the magazine coupon.
Yeah, or lie with the... Yeah, that sounds right.
He came back after the fight and you weren't there. What happened?
You can't prove that I was in the room.
I can definitely prove that you were in that room.
You totally can.
How do you think we found you, Candy? You wrote your name and address on a coupon.
Also, your real name and real address. What's going on with you?
We were supposed to make a little money out of it, but Albert got too goddamn stubborn.
Huh.
Said his pride was all he had left. So I told him shove it.
So the only person that didn't realize he wasn't gonna throw the fight was him.
Yes, I did. What's the
It's a good position to be in.
Take anything?
Do the names Harry, Mervyn, or Ray mean anything to you?
Could be anybody. How the hell would I know?
I'm gonna hit lie again because we've got those names on 2 different bookmarking sheets. Also, I will note that one of them doesn't actually show up in our evidence list, which I assume is to make the
They're bookmakers, aren't they?
using clues thing easier.
How the hell would I know?
That's a good question. Like, we've got the names, but...
We don't have anything that ties them to her. We might have to pick out on this one.
But would that get us anything interesting, though? Like, if she doesn't, if she truly doesn't know them.
Oh, are you saying you want big truth?
No. I mean, I'm going to hit lie because truth and doubt won't give us anything. Like, if she truly doesn't know who those dudes are.
You have no evidence on her.
The bookmakers' names. What I'm saying is that, like, if she truly doesn't know,
I don't understand. Like,
then, like, what's she going to give us if we hit truth or doubt, right?
I don't. Well, possibly some useful information. Like, it's they leave
like,
random things.
We know that they're bookmakers.
Yeah, but I don't know what she meant. I think you're quite likely right that there's not a lot we can get out of this question. But I think it's absolutely not lie. Like, it just you don't
I'm going
have
to hit lie.
any. Okay, well, I can't stop you.
And the reason is, I think that if I'm wrong, we weren't getting anything interesting out of it anyway. And if I'm right, we might get something more about like who those dudes are. I was right, by the way. I'm the best.
Oh.
We found the odds.
What the hell?
Who has the betting slips?
That son of a bitch, Albert. Everyone thought he was dumb, including me.
Oh, wow.
So he has to go to them to collect, which is why we needed to get that question right, but she's not going to give us their addresses, so whatever.
She might not know the addresses. Okay, you were completely right. I was wrong, and there was no consequence.
You're lying to me. Albert finally won a big fight. I said good luck to him. But you know where he is. Let me help him, Candy.
Do all you cops run off at the mouth?
That's a different...
I know where he is.
This is where the Cunard line ticket might be relevant. Or the movie ticket stub.
Yeah. So I've finally got 2 intuition points again.
Oh shit. You literally could use an intuition point. Do you want to do it?
99.7 is a really high number.
Oh
it's
wow.
A really high number.
I think it's probably lie, but which evidence?
I'm going to back out and ask the question again.
Town, Miss Edwards?
Yes, I'm going straight home.
Straight home, probably to Akron, Ohio, right?
Did you see her face there? She's not. Yeah, she's lying.
Yeah.
Extremely.
You know where he is, though. Like, I don't see how that follows, really.
But you know where he is.
Well, Cole is hoping she knows where he is.
All you cops run off at the mouth?
I think the steamboat ticket is where we want to go with this one.
Probably
the Cunard Escania.
Yeah.
Because it sails from New York City, right?
Which means he must be hitting... I think that's a good chance.
I'm going to see real quick if that's a real... I expect that's not actually a real ship. Oh, it is. It is a real ship.
I think it is, yeah. Yeah.
And it sails...
I remember
it sailed from... Where is that?
I remember it from old books about like the Titanic and stuff, the Cunard line.
It doesn't actually say where it sails from. But it does... Liverpool, Quebec,
Places.
Montreal. So...
Yeah, no, the Atlantic.
Okay, so yeah, I'm going to say that one.
That was in fact a famous steamship company. Okay.
I don't know
Incorrect.
where he is, and if I did, I wouldn't tell you.
Doubt was probably the correct answer there.
You want to press charges against our
Maybe so.
Just get him out of here. That's all I want.
Get out, Carlo.
I reckon she does know but won't tell us.
I think she would have told us if I had doubted, and we're probably going to have to tail this guy.
I'll shoot you like a dog.
That bitch knows where Hammond is. She knows where my money's gone.
My money too, tough guy.
I'll handle this.
Will he?
I hope things
This one rules, by the way. I really like this case.
Bad people are looking to hurt Candy, and yet she's not heading straight for the train station? I smell a payoff.
Train ticket was...
I say stake her out.
Oh,
See where
okay.
she goes.
Yeah, this is the backup way of getting information about the guy. Hopefully it
makes
won't
sense.
result in anybody's unnecessary deaths, because it's now 4:08 p.m. the next day. We have waited over 12 hours.
Don't get spotted. I'll bring up the car behind you.
I think if I had doubted, we would be much faster. I hope that that's not going to cause us to fail the case.
I don't think it will. Oh, nice. She'll never see me this way.
You will not be spotted while going incognito. Hey, just the man that interrogated you literally yesterday. Just reading the newspaper here. No worries.
Walking very purposefully, isn't she?
I mean, hell, I would.
Yeah. Got a purpose. Snap the interest. Or red suitcase. Yeah, she's obviously going to meet up with Albert.
Yeah. I assume at the bus station. That would be my first guess anyway.
Yeah, it depends on whether that ticket was like a pure red herring or not. I wonder...
What if they're going to meet up at the movie theater?
Why the movie theater?
I don't know. That would be really dumb. Also, I don't know where I was supposed to hide there. Maybe I wasn't supposed to get that close.
Maybe. Or supposed to stand behind a car or something.
Yeah, I was moving to get behind a car, but she immediately turned around and spotted me, so...
Tail this broad. Don't let her get away, but don't get spotted.
I'm gonna get really tired of that cutscene.
The movie theater ticket was for tomorrow, which is now today, so it could be. But
it's also for noon, and it's now 4 p.m.
Yeah. So if she clearly did not see the movie.
To hide. Like, I guess behind that truck instead.
It would be, you know what would be interesting? If someone was looking for you, like, you know, the mob and the police, and you needed to lay low for a few hours, you could do worse than, like, going to the cinema in this era.
Yeah, because it's not like your phone's going to say, like, location data found, here you are.
Yeah, maybe he got the ticket as, like, a way to hide in a crowd.
That would have been a couple hours ago, though, so... Oh, maybe she would have told... Like, if we had hit doubt, she would have said, like, I know he's going to go to the movies tomorrow, and until the bus ticket out of town gets here. Whatever.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, this is totally... I was supposed to hide here instead of behind that blue car over there. Even though that's ridiculous, and I would have had no way of knowing that.
And, like, being able to hide here is premised on it being a third-person game as well.
Yep.
They're good like that.
What do you mean take cover to avoid being spotted? Yeah, no shit.
Would have been, would have been helpful to see that message like a minute earlier, wouldn't it?
Also, it's RB to take cover, but whatever.
That's a helpful button to have. I have completely no idea what most of the controls are because I haven't been playing it.
Newspapers, shoe shine stands, and window displays.
Get closer.
I would love to get
she's
closer.
barely on screen, isn't she?
Yeah, she's behind that truck up there. But...
yeah, I see her. Yep. The suitcase helps.
Yep. Now, the only problem is that it's, like, slowly blinking in the way of, like, you're losing them.
Too far away. They're blinking. Oh.
So
yeah, the blinking means you're too far away.
Here and hope that it turns out okay. Because there's literally nowhere for me to hide.
Too much slack.
Oh, shut up, Cole.
Maybe what you're meant to do is like run between hiding spots, more or less. Hey, there's a bench there that you could take cover on.
I can actually look at window displays.
Nice.
Also. Oh, shit.
Yeah, she is. This is actually kind of challenging.
It's
still, I'm
cool,
glad there's not a lot of these sequences.
But, yeah.
Pulled your hat down very slightly. It's cool, but you wouldn't want a whole game made up of it at all. I mean, that would be Assassin's Creed.
I mean, I might be actually into something... Oh, shit.
Something that had proper mechanics for tailing, as opposed to it being like a mini-game, could do it better. But again, Assassin's Creed, which does have proper mechanics, and yet it's still kind of a pain when they put that in.
I've never actually completed an Assassin's Creed game, or actually, for that matter, I've never put more than a couple hours into one.
I have played and completed every single mainline Assassin's Creed game except for Syndicate, the most recent, because I don't know, because I haven't completed it. I've started it but not finished it.
Is it the one in Victorian London? If it's Victorian London, that's the one with Karl Marx.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Okay.
Because I kind of burned out after playing all of the Assassin's Creed games, including the ones with columns instead of numbers in their name.
If someone was to play a single Assassin's Creed game, which one would you recommend?
2.
I cannot play 2 because Steam refuses to let me.
Okay, in that case, Assassin's Creed 4, which is the one with pirates.
Okay, that seems like a decent starting.
Also
place.
known as Black Flag. That is a good game.
The only things I know about Black Flag are that there are sea shanties, and that you play as an Ubisoft tester, trying to figure out if they're making good Assassin's Creed games anymore.
You literally play as a game developer. It's a little bit... Oh shit! Oh no! Oh no!
What's fucking shit! I was please don't make me redo the
You know
whole
you
thing.
can't hide behind the blue trucks. They're too blue. Too small, rather.
I'm so glad that it didn't make me redo the whole thing.
Yeah, that would have sucked. Where is she? Oh, I see. Right there.
Okay, so we know exactly where she stops.
Yeah. Maybe you could hide behind the dumpster.
Yeah, that's a better place to hide. Just gonna use my third-person omnipotence to look through that dumpster.
Where is she going?
She's taking a pretty good route, also, I think.
Wherever it is. Yeah, it's. I mean, it's just
She's
a
not
way
really
to
checking
walk.
behind her often enough, but if she checked behind herself way more often, I assume that other people would get suspicious. So
Yeah. Presumably, she thinks she might have been made, but is hopeful she hasn't. Fireproof warehouse. Well, that's the kind you want, isn't it? I guess that was also a selling point in the 40s.
yeah.
As opposed to maybe being made of wood.
No, we only like the flammable kinds of warehouses here. The fireproof ones are too expensive.
I would be worried about being spotted here. Ah, no, I wouldn't. Though in theory, someone can see right through that thing, but
Yeah.
you were able to go into cover on it, so...
Also, she didn't turn around.
Thrifty liquor.
The best kind of liquor.
Looks like carrying that suitcase is getting to be a pain for the way she was walking now.
Yeah. It's probably very heavy with all the money that's in it.
I don't think so. I think Hammond's probably got the... Oh, Hammond had to visit the bookmakers.
That's... Yes.
Bookmakers?
They're switching suitcases.
Surprise, surprise.
Ah, I guess he's got to actually get his money, and she's probably doing this, or in part. Nice.
So the suitcase that she had is going to have
A blonde woman just came
clothing.
in here. She went out the back way. Said she was being watched.
Correct.
How much does she collect?
$3,600. She cleaned me out.
On the Hammond Kid Galahad fight?
You got it. I'm not complaining. We all made a lot of money on that one.
I'm
Huge
sure
fund
they
on
did.
Galahad, and then Hammond knocks the bum out.
So she collected the money and went out
Clearly
through
the
the back
bookies
door.
were not in on it.
She made a phone call
At
over
least the
there,
3 tick
wrote
bookies.
something on a notepad, and then left.
It seems like bad business for a bookmaker, not knowing the mobsters.
Well, perhaps the check-marked ones are the ones who were in on it.
Oh, right. I forgot about this.
Ooh. Examiner drugstore. Ivar.
Av.
Ewood.
Hollywood.
Leewood. Hollywood. Could it be Bollywood?
We know where she's headed. Let's
This is
get
a long ways away. Also, I don't think that exists yet.
Yeah, there's no actual Bollywood. I don't think... I mean, this is me being incredibly ignorant, but, like, I don't think the Indian film industry is centered in a specific city. I think it's like there's a lot of different places.
We can still go back to that.
Uncle Fraud?
Thrifty Liquor, 6106 Santa Monica, the Examiner Drugstore, and a Max Spirits at 1658 North Cherokee. UGPL cleared.
Sandy? Raised bookmaker. Oh, I see.
And Candy's picking up the winnings. Smart play.
It is very smart.
Question
Yeah,
is,
it's a good move.
is Candy collecting
If they
on
can get
Howard's
away with it.
behalf, or is she cheating him too?
I think she's collecting on his behalf.
Yeah, I think
That one's entirely my fault. I don't apologize, but it was my
you've
fault.
caused a serious accident. You caused a second serious accident.
That one, that's a frivolous
That
accident.
was a minor accident. Yeah.
Really, at this point, people ought to
Yeah.
know better. Like, oh
No, I
shit,
agree
Phelps
with
is on a
what you said.
case. Everybody get off the streets.
Yeah. Holy shit. I agree with what you said. I'm clearly not in a making correct contrary decisions mood today after that big failure on the line. Candy probably is, in fact, trying to help out Albert.
Sorry, just got one last minor accident in before the cutscene trigger.
Those guys looked shady, didn't they? Did they?
They did.
Detectives Phelps and Earl. LA.
Relax, Cole. You just have a blonde in here, Mervyn?
Sure did. I'm just about to close up. She took me to the cleaners. 4,000 clams and change.
That's the best voice acting in this entire game.
No, Jermaine Jones was.
Oh, that's true. It's very close though. But 4,000 clams is really good.
Yeah, it really is. This has been a great case.
Yellow cab.
Ah.
You need to get after her fast.
Yeah, if you can get her before she leaves that specific cab. 2187.
Operator, give me dispatch.
APB.
Coalfield dispatch 447.
Putting you through now.
I guess he's not badged 1247 today.
Yellow cab company. Hollywood 2187, please. This is Detective.
Are they going to try and have the cab stopped?
You dispatched a cab.
Apparently.
1487 Ivar Avenue, Hollywood.
Phone's ringing.
Even though you're on it, must be a different one.
Do you have the number of that cab?
Number 179.
Thanks.
Okay.
We're playing around. Get Mervyn to give us an address on Ray's place.
What? Don't we already have that?
Maybe?
Yeah, we do.
Ray's
Bookmakers.
Yeah.
So let's go.
Yeah, go for it. Maybe you can make some time up here. Maybe Roy has been, like, fallen behind a little here.
Is there, like, a way that we can get to this place? Oh, I bet if we'd gotten that lie wrong, the one about the bookmakers, we wouldn't have had the knowledge to put them into dispatch.
Oh,
because dispatch
yes,
came and
yes.
told us, like, these are the known bookmakers of Hollywood.
Broad's planning on cleaning out every bookmaker in town.
Hammond needed to make sure he was getting a bigger payday than if he'd taken the flop.
Never trust the limeys, especially where a fight's concerned. A mistake we can't seem to stop making.
Ha.
Any Central Unit 4
This is a real trick.
3155 West 4th Street.
Also, I apologize about the, I really need to figure out what the hell is causing that. I did get one of those, sudden, command lines to hang around.
Oh, no, I have important news on this. It's happening to me too.
Oh.
And to other people. A Windows update did it, if
Okay.
you're using it.
I am using Windows both 7 and 10.
Yeah, apparently you need, like, more updates to fix it, which may or may not have come out yet. But literally, it's also happening to me.
Okay.
It's like a Windows and Office thing.
Yep. That was, so it hanged at, like, 1 in the morning yesterday, and I just happened to catch it, and I was like, oh, it says Office.
She is in the cab, 187. Yeah, no, literally, this Skype session has actually been interrupted at least once for me by the pop-up, which default screens it.
That's
so, yeah.
really stupid. Thanks, Microsoft.
It is stupid, yeah. I'm, like I said, it's being talked about on the internet, and it would get fixed.
Okay, well, at least we got that.
So, can your car take cover by holding up an enormous newspaper?
No, but I can just, like, stay just enough far behind to have it get mad at me when I'm not.
Now would be a bad time to forget how to drive.
Yep, just gonna park here. No worries. If I get too much closer, it's gonna get mad at me. So what else am I gonna do?
Yeah, no, it's apparently that worked out. So it's all good. Seemingly. Well, I mean, what you also could have done would be to literally back up.
Yeah, I did that once before. The last time we tailed somebody in a car, by the way. It wasn't. I wasn't supposed to do it at that time because they had. I needed to go a little bit forward to get into the cutscene tree. Is what I needed to do.
Ah, I see. So you've got traumas to deal with.
And like, I never know how much to trust games when they say like breaking traffic laws will get people mad at you when you're tailing them. Like I just ran a red there. I shouldn't have did that. But like, if I didn't, then they would make this left turn. And
yeah, like if you'd done that in, for example, Sleeping Dogs, while tailing someone, it would have been a problem, but not in L.A. Noire. Yeah.
You got a pretty funny idea of what keeping a low profile means.
You want to drive? Oh wait, you literally can't. You can't make the partners drive. Okay, I'm remembering something else that I really didn't like about L.A. Noire the first time I played. You couldn't make your partners drive during these, and that was the only time that I had to drive, and I did a bad job. Because, yo, this shit ain't easy.
That bitch is giving me what I'm owed. That's all I know.
Absolutely fireproof on that sign up there.
I wonder just how fireproof they are. But did you hear what Roy said there? It wasn't parking, he had the right of way. You have to give way to the right, don't you? I don't know. I don't actually have a driver's license.
I do.
I am
It
driving.
should terrify everybody, but actually I drive way better in real life than I do in video games.
Thank goodness.
But yes, I did hear that he was going to get his money out of her.
I'm kind of hoping he doesn't succeed. Kind of hoping he does not succeed, basically. Like, come on. He's not carrying out this case as a police detective out of pure vengeance.
Bus depot. So she was actually heading to the bus depot. Although she told the cab driver to make a bunch of weird left turns and stuff so she could verify that she wasn't being tailed. Which, maybe...
Almost cloaked.
Yeah.
So that suitcase probably has $11,000 in it.
Make sure you don't let her see you.
What? The hell? What?
Like you always loses a battle of wits.
Where is she? I didn't actually see her. I saw a red dot on the minimap, but... like...
I think she went into the bathroom.
Nope, there she is. Thanks, convenient B button.
So it's like an airport waiting lounge Greyhound type of place.
Get up.
Isn't that the cop who caught the guy who's
guys, I'm trying to play it incognito here. Also, somebody just got shot.
Like, hey, there's a cop here.
Yep, somebody just got shot. I heard a scream and a gunshot, but it was hard to hear over the... Oh my god.
Call an ambulance.
Hammond got away.
Oh dear.
Just try and sit still, Candy. Who shot you? Was it Albert?
Car. She's not gonna make this one.
They're on the way. I have a patrolman searching the depot. The chief's putting together a manhunt for Hammond.
Jeez.
He got the money, right?
Looks like it.
Heard our limey friend. Using his girlfriend as the bag woman and then getting greedy over the
That's
split.
fucked up.
He won't make it out of town.
That's how you see it?
I told you that cocksucker was a crook.
I have a different opinion.
What's your opinion?
She said car, didn't she?
Yes.
Well, that's not... She didn't say alb.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to...
Just rotating this gun. Yeah, I get it. You get it. We all got to rotate from time to time.
Wait. This is like the worst Skyrim lockpicking bullshit ever. Christ.
Yes, you got it.
I had to do that so that I could open the gun barrel. Like, come on. Cheat. They're not barrel. The chamber. What? Guns.
Yeah.
I had to open the gun. I should have just been able to hit A. Because come on.
That's when we both reached for the gun.
Movie ticket. The setup is the movie.
Egyptian theater.
And also, you know, the fight.
Yes.
Cool.
Well, also, this meeting was a setup.
Was it?
Oh, that's true. I guess it could have.
That's Royale's theory.
Yeah.
It's
it
could have
the rest of the stuff in her purse is not interesting.
We definitely need to find and interview Albert Hammond.
So what now? The theater, I guess. We don't have much else to go on.
Cole should probably wash his hands because he just touched it, like he was holding her, holding the blood inside of her until it didn't stop coming out. Anyway,
His hands are clean for some reason. Check him out.
I guess. Must be for
Maybe
the
it's
war.
just like an inherent property. He's such a straight and narrow cop that he literally cannot get blood on his hands.
There's a
It's
weird
a
circle
superpower.
on. Oh, that's it's the O from Hollywood.
Oh, nice.
On the minimap, sorry.
You never see the actual.
Sorry, Roy. I mean,
I
I'm
was
not
wondering,
sorry.
Have you seen the Hollywood sign in this game anywhere? Or did it exist in this era?
I think it existed in the 30s.
Well,
I'm sure it's
now.
in this game somewhere if it did exist at the time.
She didn't deserve.
And if not, maybe they put it in there anyway, just because,
Half
like,
the
come on.
precinct aren't taking a vacation this year because of her. You need to leave town a lot quicker than that.
I'm sorry, half the cops on the force are just, like, involved in gambling stuff?
He said the precinct, so he's talking about the Hollywood police station specifically.
Yeah.
I'd believe it. The Vice Squad seem pretty close to the people the community they serve.
Message from the coroner. The cause of death was a knife wound.
The guy, the fucker,
Revolver appears to have belonged to the
the
victim.
manager.
He stabbed her. I thought you said real men use their fists, not guns.
That guinea cocksucker. You think he got the money too?
Come on, Roy. We're bringing this whole tragedy.
And his name was Carlos.
Yes, Car. Okay, yeah, perfect sense.
That's what I was thinking earlier, but I did not want to say it because I could have been
I
wrong.
kind of got
I
what
would
you
have
were
looked
going
bad.
for, but I forgot the guy's name. So when you said Car,
Your gripe was with me.
they're
He was collecting
arguing.
money for you. Mickey made it clear it was either me or you, and I intend to keep on living.
Oh, this isn't going to end well for everybody.
Stole those betting slips. She was running out on me.
And you were gonna let her?
No, I let her collect. I set her up, just like she set me up.
The setup.
Just like my manager set me up. Everyone wanted me to take a dive. Everyone wanted me to take a short money. It's for the best.
I wonder if he's telling the truth there. I wonder if
You couldn't climb, and you were too brave to sink. You were going nowhere.
Maybe, but I had heart. I was a Royal Marine, Carlo. If I lost a fight, it wasn't
Another
for
Marine.
lack of trying.
Different
It
kind,
wasn't
though.
for lack of courage. I didn't have much, but I had that.
I did it for you, and that's how you repay me.
You did it.
He's just shooting wildly at this point.
this guy has anger issues. Also, he's a murderer.
I've got the money. All I need to do is get rid of you. It's gonna be a shame, kid, but that's business.
He's going to get popped in the head.
He's also technically a thief, since that is legally, I think, Albert Hammond's money.
Yep. Or Candy's, but she's dead, so...
It depends on who made the bets.
He did, I think, was the implication.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because oh, well, no, she claimed that she didn't know about it, so...
Yeah.
You're making a big mistake.
Well, we kind of knew that. Oh, come on, that was a beautiful shot. That was literally the best shot you'll ever see in your life. Also, there's just other mobsters here now.
And it's the electric chair.
Come on, Cole. How was it that day? And two.
How do I run? There's got to be a button to run. Nope, apparently we can't run. You can only aim.
I would assume there's a button to run.
So would I, but...
Put the weapon down.
Come on.
Now.
Pop your head up.
Where are you?
Yeah, he's moving away to a different thing. Okay.
Roy sure has a strong range of insults.
They're just very upset that he's British. Just gonna keep going.
Have you put enough bullets in that guy?
Nope. Also, Boxer Boy is still out there.
Yeah, but I don't think he had a gun, and also I don't think he has any reason to attack you. Well, maybe he does.
Has he committed any crimes? Is throwing a fight a crime? No.
No,
Or
it's
actually,
not.
sorry,
Oh, wait,
actually, deliberately not throwing a fight. It is not a crime.
Yeah, throwing a fight might be.
That son of a bitch owes me a lot of money.
Oh shit, he's got the money too. Or is that just his?
Escania sails from New York, Hammond. Be on the next train and don't ever come back.
Why?
Because I was a Marine and I once lacked courage. Everyone deserves a second chance. Now beat it.
Look at Roy's face.
He's gonna get gunned down literally as soon as he gets out of this theater.
Fuck you! That English prick is getting away with my money, Phelps.
I don't think he is. I don't think he'll get away.
No.
It's not your money.
Donnelly and the homicide squad send their best, Phelps. They're more than pleased that you wrapped up the Edwards killing. They're a little mystified about the motive. You have any ideas on that?
Crime of passion, sir. Looks like some sort of love triangle
That's a
between the manager, the fighter,
Cole.
and his
What?
girlfriend.
No sign of the scrapper?
Oh, because if he said it was about gambling, then he would have had to have.
Okay.
Okay.
It would.
He would have to give the guy up. Also, Roy just played along
Good
there.
work, gentlemen.
Because Roy played along there because what's the alternative? If he says it's because the guy didn't take a fall, and Roy was betting on him.
But like they kind of already knew about that, didn't they?
I don't think they. I mean, I think they can officially know, or he would, not be a police detective. He'd be in prison.
Possible. Also, there were only 3 questions in that case. It was pretty good, I thought.
Yeah, that was
One of them-
that was a great case. I thought actually.
It was pretty good.
Awesome.
It's among the more enjoyable LA Noire cases.
Yeah, might be my favorite to date. There's a lot of good elements in it, I thought.
The things that I could do without are the tailing. The tailing was bad. The things in this game that are not literally crime scene investigation, I am becoming less and less fond of as time goes on.
I liked all that stuff. I didn't like much the fights. Like, I didn't think that was a great system, and I wasn't particularly into them. But I liked all the other side stuff.
I enjoy crime scene investigation, and the box, like, punching people is fine. Like, whatever. The gun stuff is fine as long as they don't overuse it. One in a case is enough, and even that's maybe pushing it.
Mm-hmm. It would be every case.
The tailing stuff is interesting, but mechanically it's just not good. They just didn't build the system for that.
I guess I was into it enough conceptually that I didn't care much about the mechanics. Like, you want to tail people by comically pretending to be looking into a window or holding up a newspaper.
Yeah, and I'm into that kind of thing. It's just like failing it ever is just aggravating, because then not only does it undo your progress, but also you have to watch the same cutscenes again.
The lack of not being able to skip a cutscene you've already seen is a pretty interesting move.
Although I will say it did checkpoint me, which was good. Yeah. If it hadn't checkpointed me, I would be much unhappier. But even that's just like not really good enough.
The story of this case was great, though. The pervasive corruption of the Vice Department, like all of them being in on this crooked thing, but they didn't win out in the end, not this time.
Yeah, and that's probably going to make everybody hate the shit out of Cole for like knowingly letting the guy go.
Yeah, it is.
I really thought what he was going to do was say, give Roy his money back and then go.
Now
Roy put $50 down on the guy, right? Just give Roy his $50 back and go.
It may have been more than that, I think. He sounded like someone who'd lost a lot of money.
That would be $500 today, which is not a little bit of money.
It's not a tiny amount, no.
Also, I think he did say he's got $50 on the guy at the start of the case. I'd have to rewatch the opening cutscene.
Yeah, but remember, weren't his odds like 18-1 or something?
That was 18-1 on him.
Yeah,
so
on the other guy
really
would have been shorter odds,
on
right?
The other guy. Like, if it's 18-1 on one guy, the odds on the other guy should be like 1/18th.
Good point, yes. I mean, no, not literally, but they won't be great odds, yeah.
It would be like, probably, God, I forget how they do odds. Like, spend 100 to make 50 or something. Worse than that, even. Like, put 100 down, get 20 back, and you would...
Remember, this is 70 years ago. The spreads were much higher the spreads were much higher or lower, depending on how you look at it, back then, because they didn't have as good a way to know who would win. Like, you kind of had better odds on both sides of it just because the bookies took in so much from people who were guessing, basically.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. And also, well, the one guy did say that his odds took a real dive, and then he ended up making a bunch of money from people who bet on the guy who lost.
Yeah, so his odds were probably like originally high and then became very low.
And if Roy is like deep into it, he would have gotten great odds on the guy to start.
Yeah, because what Hammond must have done was waited until after the odds had shifted because of all the crooked betting, and then he put his money in.
Also, he did imply that his manager, or like he was arguing with his manager over taking a dive, like up to pretty much he was. I got the impression like a day before the fight or whatever, he was just like, all right, fine, I'll take the dive, and then went and placed his bets.
Yep. It totally was a last-minute thing.
And now he's in England.
Yep. Unfortunately,
Candy is not.
Yeah, Candy is dead. I wonder if it was true. Like, when Hammond told Carlos Aquera, oh yeah, she set me up as well, but I managed to turn the tables on her. Was that true, or was she going to go with him if she'd survived? We don't know. So,
I don't think it would be possible to know. Also, I have no idea how he would stop her. Like, she was in the bus station, right?
Yeah.
And Albert was just, like, in the theater?
She was in the bus station. No, he was... Oh, yeah.
Where was he hanging
out? We don't know whether he was at the bus station. I guess he wasn't. Yeah. No, hang on. Didn't he go to the bus station and grab the money after Carlos killed her?
Oh. That is, in fact, what they said, yeah.
Yeah. So it seems like he managed to realize she was about to leave. So I guess she was about to leave. She was double-crossing him.
So wait,
but
what's the timeline here? Albert gets there, steals the briefcase. Carlos gets there, immediately stabs her, realizes there's no briefcase, and then chases the guy down.
Yeah, because he's like, oh shit, Hammond's already got the money.
Then why stab her?
I don't know. Maybe he was just that mad.
That's a really shitty thing to do. Well,
He did say actually something about it. He said something like Mickey Cohen made it clear that they die or I die.
Okay, I guess that makes sense, even if it's shitty.
Yeah, it sucks, but I think from his point of view, he was told, these bastards have to die for what they've done, or I'm taking it out on you.
I am satisfied with the reasons for everybody's appearance/disappearance. And it makes sense that they would end up in an abandoned theater, although I don't know why that theater was abandoned.
Do you reckon that was do you reckon the theater was where they were meant to meet, like where Hammond and Candy, Albert and Candy, like when they were working together, were supposed to meet up? Something?
Possibly? But I still don't know why they had a movie ticket. Like, we basically got to the theater based off of a guess. The guess was like, we've got this movie ticket and nothing's happened from it yet, so let's go to this theater, I guess, because we've got nowhere else to go.
I think there's some stuff which wasn't fully explained, but presumably is down to the stuff we don't know about what happened between Albert and Candy.
Yep. Well, let's do our cursory check for a flashback.
Oh, yeah. There have been a lot of them recently, so there might be another one.
Yeah, because I think they've been leading up to what I'm assuming is going to be the final case of Vice, which is just like, check out all this marine morphine.
No, the next one is not the final case.
No. I mean, like, we're going to get more and more flashbacks as we go into the end of Vice, which we're not getting there yet.
Yeah. So in the last flashback, the Battle of Sugar Hill was about to happen, and Phelps and Kelso, it was Phelps's company, I think, not Kelso's, which was going to be ordered to take the hill, which seemed like a bad idea.
Yes, and Phelps was mad about it.
Yeah.
But also he was in charge, technically.
Yeah.
Nope, next. Oh, this is a DLC case also.
Okay.
But that would be why it doesn't have flashback.
Yep. Cool. Okay, so next time, The Naked City.
The Naked City. Hopefully it's a better DLC case than the last
yes,
DLC
I hope so.
case in Vice.
Some of the DLC ones have been fine, but yeah, I mean,
the only other one was the console's car, right? That one was okay, I guess, but...
No, that wasn't the only one. There was another one in Traffic, I think.
Well,
let me check.
We'll think about that next time in The Naked City.